Hey everyone. In today's video, we're putting a powerful trading strategy to the test by combining Supertrend with two additional indicators. We'll code the entire strategy in Python, optimize it using Freqtrade, and run backtests to evaluate its performance. Let's dive in. Before we dive into the coding, let's take a moment to break down the key indicators we'll be using in this strategy. Supertrend indicator. The supertrend is a widely used trend-following indicator that helps traders identify the prevailing market direction with clarity. Unlike some lagging indicators, supertrend responds to both price action and volatility, making it more adaptive to market changes. It plots a line either above or below the price, depending on the trend. When the price closes above the supertrend line, it signals that the market might be entering or continuing an uptrend. This is generally considered a bullish signal and could be a good time to look for buy opportunities. Conversely, when the price closes below the supertrend line, it indicates a potential downtrend, signaling that sell opportunities or short positions might be more favorable. What makes supertrend especially useful is its ability to reduce noise and help traders stay on the right side of the trend. Next is MACD, or Moving Average Convergence Divergence, is a popular momentum and trend-following indicator. It helps traders understand the strength and direction of a trend by comparing two moving averages of price. There are several ways to interpret the MACD, but in this strategy, we'll focus on its core components, the MACD line and the signal line. When the MACD line is above the signal line, it suggests that momentum is shifting to the upside, indicating a potential uptrend. On the other hand, when the MACD line is below the signal line, it may indicate that the market is losing momentum or heading into a downtrend. This comparison technique is simple yet powerful and is often used to confirm the direction of price movements or filter out false trends. The third indicator we'll be using is RSI, or Relative Strength Index, is a momentum indicator that measures the strength of recent price movements. It provides insight into whether bullish or bearish momentum is currently dominating the market. In our strategy, we'll use a simple interpretation based on the 50-level midpoint. When the RSI is above 50, it suggests that bullish momentum is stronger, so we'll consider this a signal to go long. When the RSI is below 50, it indicates that bearish momentum is stronger, and we'll treat this as a signal to go short. This method allows us to align our trades with the prevailing momentum in a clean and straightforward way. Now that we've got our indicators in place, let's talk about how we actually analyze trends and generate trading signals. To enter a long trade, all of the following conditions must be met. 1. The closing price must be above the supertrend line. This indicates that the market is in an upward trend. 2. The RSI should be above the 50 level, suggesting bullish momentum. 3. The MACD line must be above the MACD signal line, confirming upward momentum. Once all three conditions are satisfied, we enter a long position on the next candle. To manage risk, we set a stop loss just below the most recent swing low. This helps protect the trade while giving it enough space to breathe through normal market fluctuations. For take profit, we apply a 1.5 to 1 risk-reward ratio. In other words, the take profit level is placed at a distance that is 1.5 times greater than the distance between the entry price and the stop loss. If a candle closes above the take profit level, we exit the trade and secure the profit. Now that we've covered the long setup, let's flip things around and talk about how we approach a short trade using the same indicators. To enter a short position, we need to see all three of these conditions line up. 1. The closing price should be below the supertrend line, which tells us the market is trending downward. 2. The RSI must be under the 50 mark, showing that bearish momentum is in play. 3. The MACD line should be below the signal line, confirming a possible downtrend. Once these conditions are confirmed, we'll look to enter the short trade on the following candle. To protect the trade, we place a stop loss just above the most recent swing high. For the take profit, we stick with a 1.5 to 1 risk-reward ratio. If price drops and a candle closes below that take profit level, We exit the position and lock in the win. Now that we've covered the strategy, let's dive into optimizing it for better performance using Freqtrade, a free open-source crypto trading bot built with Python. If you're interested in learning more about Freqtrade, be sure to check the link in the description for a complete Freqtrade course. Instead of optimizing once and hoping for the best, we rely on walk-forward analysis. This approach lets us continuously test the strategy on fresh, unseen market data as it evolves. By doing so, the strategy adapts over time, producing more reliable results and reducing the risk of overfitting. We're going to optimize several key parameters: Supertrend length and Supertrend multiplier, RSI threshold, testing values like 50, 55, and 60, maximum candle size. This helps avoid entering trades when a candle is too large and could lead to poor entries. Swing point lookback. This defines how many candles we look back to identify the most recent swing lows for long trades or swing highs for short trades, which we then use to place our stop-loss levels just beyond those points. Risk-reward ratio, used to calculate the take-profit level relative to the stop-loss. We'll use Freqtrade's HyperOpt feature to search for the best combination of these parameters, aiming to maximize overall profit while keeping drawdowns as low as possible. Once optimization is complete, we'll run a full backtest to evaluate how the strategy performs with the optimized settings. Now let's look at the results. The strategy was tested on DOT perpetual futures over 13 months of out-of-sample data. It delivered a 153% cumulative return with a maximum drawdown of 27%. Monthly returns ranged from -15% to +44%, and it remained profitable in 9 out of 13 months. It executed an average of 4.5 trades per month, which means the strategy stays selective. The maximum losing streak was just 2 months, highlighting its ability to limit extended periods of underperformance. Of course, backtest results don't guarantee future performance. Also, relying on just one strategy can be risky. Running multiple strategies helps diversify risk and smooth overall performance. If you want to explore this strategy further, we've made it accessible with full code, along with a complete Freqtrade and walk-forward analysis course that guides you through every step. I've left the link in the description below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with anyone interested in quantitative trading.